Something changed this week, not in a headline-grabbing way, not in a way most people noticed, but in a way that will matter for years. Google launched something called ARDS, the Agentic Resource Discovery Specification, and 8 of the most powerful companies on Earth backed it immediately. Microsoft, Amazon, NVIDIA, Salesforce, Hugging Face, Cisco, GitHub, Snowflake. When that many giants agree on a single standard at once, pay attention. This does not happen by accident. This is the internet getting rebuilt for AI agents, and most people have no idea what that actually means for them. Let me explain this simply. Right now, when you use an AI tool, it mostly works inside one app. You ask ChatGPT something, it answers. You use a workflow tool, it connects 2 apps. Everything still depends on a human in the middle. ARDS changes that relationship. It is an open framework that lets AI agents discover other resources across the web on their own. Locate services, read metadata, interact with APIs, complete tasks, without you manually connecting anything. Think about what that actually means. An AI agent can now go looking for what it needs, find the right service, understand how to use it, complete the work, and come back with results, all without a developer setting it up, all without you clicking through menus. Hold that thought for a second, because I want to put this in terms that actually matter to your daily life. Imagine you run a small online business. Every week you need to research competitors, pull pricing data, write a report, update a spreadsheet, send a summary to your team. Right now that takes hours. Even with AI tools, it still needs a human to manage each step. With ARDS-compatible agents, that entire chain becomes autonomous. The agent discovers the data sources it needs, interacts with them directly, runs the workflow, delivers the output while you're doing something else entirely. This is not science fiction anymore. This is the infrastructure layer being built right now in June 2026. And here's the part worth sitting with. The standard is open, licensed under Apache 2.0, which means any developer, any tool builder, any ambitious person can build on top of it. This is not locked inside Google's enterprise pricing. It was designed to be adopted widely and fast. Now here is where the practical opportunity lives. Most people will read about ARDS and think, cool, tech news, moving on. That is the wrong reaction. The right reaction is, what can I actually build with this now? Because agent workflows built today on this infrastructure will compound over time. The people who understand the logic of autonomous agents right now will have a structural advantage, not because they are developers, but because they understand how to direct these systems. Let me walk you through what that actually looks like practically. Tools like N8N already support multi-step agent workflows. You can build a workflow today that monitors news, summarizes it, posts content, and logs results. No code required, no developer required, just logic and a bit of patience to set up once. With RDs expanding what agents can access across the web, that same logic becomes dramatically more powerful. Your agent does not just run inside the tools you already have. It discovers and connects to new ones automatically. If you are finding this useful, consider subscribing for more practical AI insights every week. Now I want to address the thing that makes some people uncomfortable about this. Autonomous agents running across the web without a human in the loop, that raises real questions. Who is accountable when an agent makes a mistake? What happens when an agent interacts with a service you did not explicitly approve? These are legitimate concerns, and the honest answer is, the governance frameworks are still catching up. ARDS was released this week. The industry is moving fast. Guardrails are being built alongside the infrastructure, not before it. That is not unique to AI. The internet itself was built that way. Email was adopted before spam filters existed. Search was launched before content moderation existed. New infrastructure always arrives before the rules that govern it. This means the window for early movers is real. But it also means being thoughtful about how you use it matters. So what should you actually do this week? Step 1. Understand what AI agents actually are before the term gets overused into meaninglessness. An agent is not just a chatbot. A chatbot responds. An agent acts. An agent has a goal, breaks it into steps, takes action, observes results, and adjusts. That distinction is everything. Step 2. Identify one repetitive workflow in your work or business that has a clear, repeatable logic. It does not need to be complicated. Research and summarize, monitor and alert, collect and report. These are the workflows agents handle best. Step 3. Build a basic version of that workflow this week using a free tool like N8N. You do not need ARDS access today to start. You need to understand the logic of agent-directed work. That understanding is what compounds as the infrastructure matures. Step 4. Watch how the ARDS ecosystem evolves over the next 90 days. Every major tool backed by this standard will add agent discovery features: Salesforce, Snowflake, GitHub, Hugging Face. These platforms serve millions of businesses. When they flip on ARDS compatible features, the surface area for useful agents explodes. And here is why the timing matters specifically right now. Right now, this infrastructure is new. The freelancers, consultants, and small business owners who understand it today will be the ones businesses hire to implement it in 6 months. That is the same pattern that played out with marketing automation, with no-code tools, with AI chatbots. Early understanding creates early income. Let me make this tangible with a real example. A content agency that manually researches topics, writes briefs, tracks competitor posts, and files weekly reports. That workflow already exists in thousands of small agencies globally. With a properly configured agent stack built on N8N today, that same agency can cut the manual research and brief writing time from 12 hours per week to under 2. Not because the human is replaced, because the repetitive discovery and synthesis work is handled automatically. The human focuses on judgment, relationships, and creative decisions. The agent handles the mechanical work. That is the practical version of what RDS unlocks at scale. And for the person watching this who does not run an agency, the same logic applies. You are a project manager. Your agent monitors project data and flags risks automatically. You are a freelance writer. Your agent tracks your niche, surfaces story angles, and logs client deadlines. You are a small retailer. Your agent monitors supplier pricing, flags margin changes, and updates your inventory notes. The use cases are not abstract. They are the actual repetitive parts of actual jobs that real people do every single day. This week's news is a technical announcement, but the real story underneath it is simpler. 8 of the largest technology companies on Earth just agreed on a shared language for AI agents. That agreement is the signal. The infrastructure is being built. The tools are already available. The window to understand this before everyone else does is open right now. Understanding how agents think and work today is not a technical skill. It is a career skill, a business skill, a practical life skill. The people building that understanding this week will look back on this moment clearly. That is what the data is showing right now. What you do with that is up to you. Chapters: 0 o'clock hook. The internet just changed 0:45. What ARDS actually is 2:15. Why 8 tech giants agreed at once 3:30. What autonomous agents actually do 5 o'clock. The real practical opportunity right now 6:30. What to do this week. Step by step 8:15. Real world examples for everyday people 9:30. Final thoughts.